Today, everybody, I went over to GameStop, and while I was there, I picked up a couple pre-orders, and I happened to find some interesting stuff that I think you're really gonna enjoy. But before we get into any of that, I've got a couple things that I just got in recently, and the first one here is actually gonna be this Rocky Moto from San Diego Comic-Con. If you don't know what Rocky Moto is, I actually happen to be wearing the sweater today. This is a newer company from Mike Becker, who is the founder of Funko. He's off doing another adventure now with this brand new collectible company, and I'm so excited about the amount of stuff that they're coming out with. And also, the most recent thing that they've announced is that they're actually going to be having the Astro Boy ones over at Miniso, which I am pretty pumped about. The cool thing is, though, too, is that when I was over at San Diego Comic-Con, they actually had these ones available a little bit early. And so the entire time, I was trying to finish off the entire collection. If you guys want to see what they are, it's on the back side here. So there is 2 of Astro Boy, as well as 2 of, what's her name again? It is Uran. Sorry about that. I don't know why I blanked on her name there. Either way, though, it was a pretty tough set to get, and if you wanted to get the ones that are the slur prizes, kind of like the chase versions, it was a 1 in 10 chance. I was able to get 3 of them, the standing Astro Boy and both versions of Uran, but I was not able to get that chase version of Astro Boy, and I think you probably know where I'm going with this. Well, I've got to give a big shout out to Funko X Hunter over on Instagram, because he was actually there and said he got an extra, and he just sent it over, which was so nice of him. And so, here it is, everybody, the final Astro Boy I needed for my collection. It's so cool to have this complete, almost like before it releases to the general public, because of course it was over at San Diego Comic-Con, but I don't believe you can order these online. I think you can only now get them at Miniso. Either way, though, it is really sweet. Oh, and of course, we also have the patch that comes inside, which is so fun. I'm a big fan of these. Take a look. Alrighty, now getting into what I got over at GameStop, I guess we'll just start with this first one here, which is probably the tamest out of any of the ones that I picked up, and it's still really, really cool. I was able to get the brand new Skull Bob from Bob's Big Boy. I had pre-ordered this one a little while ago, and I'm so glad that they got this in, because it is just such a random collectible. It's too cool. If you guys don't know, I am a huge ad icon collector, and I know I've been seeing a lot of comments recently of people wanting to see my ad icon collection, but the problem is there's like 250 of them, so maybe I'll do it at some point, but I just don't know when yet. Before I get too ahead of myself, let's just take this one out of the box, because I love the way they did it. So his hair is still on there, but it's his skull, and then he also has the burger where he's got kind of like, I don't know, it's so weird to me, like the burger also is skull color. I don't know why it's not regular. If somebody knows the answer to that, please pop it in the comments, but either way, this is just such a sweet pop. Yeah, it's just too cool. Oh, and another thing that I found out, and you're probably wondering why they created this figure in the first place, it's actually because on Bob's Big Boy's website, Bob's Big Boy, on the Bob's Big Boy website, that's a little better, they have a design of this Skull Bob that you can actually purchase, and I'm guessing that's why they probably turned it into a Funko Pop, just to like continue with that design. Look, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care what the reason is. I just think it is such a wacky figure, and I am so glad that I got it. Now I'm looking at the next 3 that I have here, and I don't even know what to start with. I think we'll probably do, okay, hold on. Let's do this one here. It seems like this is, honestly, the tamest out of all of the ones that I have left, everybody. Look at this one here. It is the chase for Rob Lucci. How cool is this? If you guys don't know, whenever I know that there's a Funko Pop coming out with a chase, I pre-order it right away, because most of the time, I'm able to get it. And this is just such a sweet one. The only thing that kind of bugs me about this one is that Hattori doesn't have the little top hat on for the chase version. You'd have to get the top hat in the regular edition, which is fine. I could totally pick that one up in the future, but I think it is still just so cool that I was able to get the chase for this one. And if you guys don't know, my brother's a big fan of One Piece, so this will probably be going to his collection. I think he's really gonna enjoy it. Also, kind of crazy, I'm looking here, everybody. This is Pop Animation 1997. We are so close to 2,000 on the animation set. And now that I think about it, they might even be over, because this has been out for, well, a few weeks now. Like, they announced this a couple months ago, and now that it's hitting shelves, I'm sure there's gotta be something over 2,000. I just don't know what. Well, everybody, actually, I stand corrected. Both of the next figures that we're about to talk about are over 2,000. So let's just get into this next one here, which is honestly so crazy. It's another chase one that I was able to get. It is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta from Dragon Ball GT. Another GameStop Canada pickup. I don't know how I did it, but something about Canada being technically international, even though we're connected by land, it still counts. It's a different country. We sometimes get these weird exclusives. So I believe this is normally a Chalice exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's just so odd that I was able to get this, I believe, kind of early. One of my favorite parts about this figure too is if you look on the bottom there, that chase sticker is like split in half where it's flocked and glow in the dark. And I actually took a little bit of a look at it. I realized what's flocked and what glows. If you'll notice, all of the yellow is what actually glows on this. And I believe maybe the tips of his hair too. It's a little bit hard to tell there. But when it comes to the flocking, it's actually all of the red fur, including his tail. Like, this figure really has so much going on. And I think Funko is going above and beyond with this one. And it's crazy to me that this isn't considered like a Pop Plus. Like, it's got so much detail. You would assume it is, but no, it's just a regular one. Oh, and you know how we were talking about numbers earlier? This is animation 2078. So yeah, we are well over 2000 at this point. And yes, every other figure in this set is over 2000 as well. Take a look. Some pretty crazy molds, and I think they also had more of this set. It wasn't just this one here. So next time I'm actually like out pop hunting with the camera, I'll have to show you guys because this is a pretty crazy set, especially that Yishinron. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but either way, it is the super figure down at the bottom here. It's so sweet. Now, this next one that I've got is the last one from GameStop, but then I've got another thing that I found, and I want to show you because it is crazy that I have not seen it yet. But before we get to that, let's just talk about the last one I picked up over at GameStop. It was another pre-order, and what was cool about this one is that I actually found out from FNC, if you guys don't know, Funko News Canada, over on Instagram, he was able to get, and I don't know how he found it, I'm sure it was just in the GameStop system and he like let everybody know about it, but he actually found out the SKU for this figure so that way you could pre-order it here in Canada. And so, everybody, the one that I'm talking about is, well, this one here. It is from Solo Leveling. I was able to get Tusk. Honestly, so cool. I really am excited about this one. It's limited to 9,500 pieces, and if you guys don't know, this was flying off of shelves like last week, and I was able to pick one up. I posted a photo over on Instagram too, and a lot of you guys were saying, pick one up for me, pick one up for me, and I couldn't. This was all I could get. But either way, it is so sweet, and I love how detailed this figure is. And you know what, everybody? Even though it is a limited edition figure, we're taking it out of the box because I've got to show you the 360 on this thing, and yeah, wow. And I know why he's called Tusk, especially because of those huge tusks he has in the front. And yeah, if you're wondering what glows in the dark, it is all of that kind of like pinky color and maybe even the flames in his hands. It definitely looks like it. What I think also is crazy about these limited edition figures is that the only way you can get Tusk is through these 9,500 pieces. So technically, if there are more than 9,500 Solo Leveling fans out there collecting the Pops, you can't finish this off, which I think does make this pretty interesting. Like, once it hits a collector's hands and they're not going to be getting rid of it, like for example, I'm not selling mine. This is staying in my collection. There is now only 9,499 possible in circulation. I don't know, it's just something interesting that I think about sometimes. And if you guys want to take a look on the back as well, it has the rest of the collection, which you love to see. Alrighty, now let's jump into that other figure that I was talking about a second ago, because it is a bit of a weird one, and some of you, just from looking at this right away, might know what this is. And if you don't, let me explain it. Over at San Diego Comic-Con, they had this figure here available to purchase. I believe it was also available on Funko.com, but because it was pretty limited, didn't last for long. So anyways, inside of here is a Huckleberry Hound, and there are 6 different colors that you can possibly get, with the least rare being the regular color Huckleberry Hound at 2,000, and then the rarest one being the navy blue at 100. Because I picked up so many random things over at the con, I had totally forgot to open this one up, and so today, we're gonna be finding out which color I ended up getting. He is that kind of like regular teal color, so I'm hoping for, it doesn't have to be the rarest one, but I know that there's like a chance for, I believe there's green, and then there's a pink, so like something like that, where it's obviously different and makes it a little bit more fun as an exclusive. I am gonna open this up. I don't know which way's the front. I also don't know if the box is different. Actually, I don't think it is. From what I remember, they're all blue, it's just the figure that changes. And so let me open this up from the top. Okay, I see it. It's facing towards you guys. So I'm going to close my eyes here. I'm putting down the sides. I'm going to push this down, and you guys will see first which color I got. As long as it's not teal, like I said, I think I'll be good with it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Is it teal? Oh, it's the regular one! Well, you know what, everybody? I can't complain too much because this still is a pretty limited figure. There's only 2,000 of them. To be completely honest with you, when I saw these at Comic-Con, I was thinking I maybe could have picked up a couple of them to try to do like a full unboxing with, but yeah, I just wasn't able to. I only got this one version here, and it is still so sweet. But yeah, it would have been cool to maybe have like a green or red or something. Also, if you guys are wondering what is exclusive about just like the regular version, because it isn't just a normal Huckleberry Hound, he actually has a little Funko Pop version of him in his hand, so it's almost like Huckleberry Hound is collecting himself. And well, anyways, everybody, there we go. That is pretty much all that I have for you today. And let me know in the comment section below if you've picked up any cool chases or limited edition figures recently. I've actually been seeing a lot of videos of people finding like chases and limited edition figures in stores again, and it's actually really fun to watch. Some of them are even done through like the meta glasses, so they're like someone's POV, and I'm actually thinking of maybe getting a pair so we can do like a POV pop-on. If that's something you guys would be interested in, please let me know down below. But anyways, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow.